I noticed her smile before I even heard the sound of it. Soft, warm, the kind she used to give me back when everything between us felt easy. She stood near the cafe entrance, sunlight catching in her hair as she tucked a stray strand behind her ear, laughing at something the man in front of her said. It wasn't a polite laugh. It was real, the kind that once belonged to me. Something inside me went quiet. Not shattered, not furious, just worn out. For months, we'd been drifting. Conversations cut short, dinners gone cold, phones placed face down like secrets. I kept blaming work, stress, monotony. But watching her smile at a stranger in a way she hadn't smiled at me in so long, it forced me to face a truth I'd been avoiding. Maybe I was someone she no longer reached for. I turned to leave. I didn't want a confrontation or an explanation. I just wanted to breathe, to give myself enough distance to accept that maybe this was the chapter where we came to an end. I took a step back, then another. My heart pounded painfully. Then I heard her call out, sharp, panicked. Daniel! Daniel, wait, don't go. That tone. I hadn't heard that from her in years. Not irritated. Not impatient. Afraid. I froze as she hurried through the crowd, nearly running to get to me. She grabbed my arm firmly, like she was afraid I would disappear. Why were you leaving? She asked, breathless. I didn't want to interrupt. I managed, though my voice shook. She looked confused, until the man behind her stepped forward with a quick smile. Oh, your husband. You must be Daniel. I'm Ethan, her cousin. Cousin. The word hit me like a collision of relief and embarrassment. But her expression had changed. The brightness in her smile was gone. Her face had gone pale, her eyes filled with a hurt I didn't expect. Daniel, she whispered, did you really think I'd look at someone else that way? I couldn't answer. Ethan sensed the tension and excused himself, leaving the two of us standing alone amid the noise of the street. She looked at me like she was searching for something she wasn't sure she'd find. You were leaving, she said again, this time her voice breaking. You were actually leaving me. The truth stuck in my throat. I tried to speak, but nothing came out. She stepped closer, close enough that her breath brushed my cheek. Her fingers trembled as they slid against mine. I know I've been distant, she said, voice soft but steady. I know you felt it, but I'm not going anywhere. I never planned to. I finally met her gaze, really met it, and saw worry, fear, and something deeper. Something that mirrored what I'd been feeling. I thought maybe I wasn't enough anymore, I admitted. Her eyes softened instantly. Then I failed you, she whispered. Because you're the only one who still makes me nervous. The only one whose attention I want. She shook her head. That smile you saw, I use it with everyone. But the one I save for you, you don't look at me long enough to notice it anymore. A quiet, fragile stillness wrapped around us. And then, without hesitation, she cupped my face with both hands and kissed me. Not a shy or gentle kiss, a fierce, desperate one, right in the middle of the crowded street. People stared. A few laughed. Someone clapped. None of it mattered to her. None of it mattered to me. When she finally pulled away, she rested her forehead against mine. I choose you, she whispered. Every day. Even on the days I forget to show it. And that was when I understood something I'd been blind to. I had been so terrified of losing her that I never realized she had been terrified of losing me too. I wrapped my arms around her, holding her like something precious I had almost let slip away. She murmured, "Don't ever walk away without talking to me first." I smiled, a real, warm one. "Only if you promise to save that smile for me." She laughed softly, the same tender laugh that once felt like home. And for the first time in a very long time, we walked away together.